So in this workshop, we are going to build a mini paint application by applying object-oriented programming concepts. Now, if we take a look at the requirements for building the mini paint, then the requirements are a user should be able to draw line, oval, and rectangle. So what does this requirement mean is, I'll show you the mini paint. So this is the mini paint application that we are going to build during this workshop. So here you can see drop down, there are line, oval, and rectangle. So if I go to line, I can draw a line. If I select oval, I can draw an oval. If I select a rectangle, I can draw a rectangle. So this is what first requirement translates to. User should be able to draw line, oval, and rectangle. Second requirement says user should be able to draw filled or empty shapes. Right now, the circle and rectangle that we have drawn, they are the filled ones. So there is a checkbox here. By default, it is filled. If I remove the check and if I go and draw a rectangle now, you'll notice this rectangle is not filled with color. Same way, if I go and draw an oval, this oval will not be filled with any color. So that is what the second requirement is. Now line does not require a filling. So for line, behavior will remain the same. So if I draw another line, it will not be filled. Third requirement that we have is user should be able to choose a color used for drawing and filling. So first here you see there is a blue color. If I click this color, then a color picker comes from which I can choose any other color. Let me choose a red color. Now if I go and draw a filled oval, we'll see it will come in red color. If I go and draw a rectangle and change the color to some other color, which is let's say green, and if I go and draw a rectangle now, it will come as green. That is what this requirement translates to. Next requirement says user should have undo and redo features for any drawing. Now we have drawn these drawings, so there is an undo button. If I click that, last shape goes off. Again click, second last goes off. Again click, third last goes off. Now what if I want all three back? I can do redo. One line comes back, another redo, circle comes back, another redo, rectangle comes back. And last requirement that we have is, okay, no, that's the second last requirement that says user should be able to clear the painting surface. So this is the surface on which we are painting. So we should be able to clear that. So if I click the clear button, everything should go off and I should be able to start drawing from scratch. That is what this requirement is all about. Then last requirement is user should be able to visualize mouse coordinates on the drawing surface. So this is the drawing surface, and at the bottom here, if you notice, 76318 is written. This is the mouse coordinate. As we are moving the mouse, we can see the coordinates are being updated at this location. So user should be able to see that. This requirement many a times helps user in drawing properly. He can, now if you want to draw another rectangle here, if you know the previous rectangle coordinates, it becomes a lot easier. And same thing, exactly same thing MS Paint has. If you notice at the bottom here, as soon as we are moving mouse on the painting surface, these are getting updated. Then in real paint, we select the shapes from the small button kind of things that are given to us. This is the toggle button. In Java, we are going to work with a drop down for now because we have just three shapes. Then colors are shown like this in paint, and we are using a color picker by clicking the color. Then undo redo features are there in paint, and if we go to top, this is undo and this is redo. So if I draw anything, if I want to undo, this is what I click. Redo, this is what I click. So kind of we are forming a mini version of what we see in paint, and this is what our mini version will look like. Here in paint we don't have the clear feature. In order to clear, what we do, we select everything and we just delete it. So that's the requirement, that is what we are going to build. I hope that answers people questions what exactly we are going to build.